So this is what we got, Rout R Lift Prestige. That's the model. Hello guys, welcome, Ryan here for the London Craftsman, and today I'm going to be showing you how I'm fitting my Jessem Rout R lift. Let's flip the camera around and show you what I got. So this is what we got, Rout R Lift Prestige. That's the model. Got a few other little bits and pieces that came with it. These little inserts. Nothing much else, to be honest. The thing to take the inserts out. The Allen key. But apart from that, the main thing is to let this whole thing into the top of our ultimate workbench. See, what you can see here is we've got this ultimate workbench on the go. We've been about 3 weeks making this so far. Built-in chop saw, built-in table saw, compressor, thicknesser. So the thicknesser, compressor, built-in chop saw that comes up through this hatch. If you are interested in this, go and check out my ultimate workbench build. There's a few parts so far, but this is one of the sections. So basically, the way I see it, all of this has got to be let in, all of this gubbings here. And I'm allowing 20 mil. So I've come in the plate, 20 mil all the way round, and this is what my first line is. And I've cut that with the plungy. You can see Sean's got the plunge at the moment, just track saw. Up to that point, I'm going to finish this off with a jigsaw. So that's the first step I've done to let this in. Remember, it's going into this carcass below, so you won't have this problem. And because I want this router lift to be in my extraction section, I've got to let it through the carcass as well. So forget about that if you're not doing the same. But the first things first, you either want to jigsaw or track saw that first line in. So come in 20 mil all the way around, 20, 20, 20, 20, cut that out. And that's the first thing that you need to do. I'm just jigsawing the remaining corners as well, so you can see me do one corner. Lovely. So I'm going to do that all the way around. You can see it's been released. And then we'll work on chopping the bottom carcass out, and then we can work in letting this plate out. Now I've got that let in, as you can see, I need to transfer these lines down with a square. You can see I've got a square up against the cutout, and I'm just simply going to mark the line. I'm going to do that in all four corners, you know, 2, 2, 2, 2, then draw them in. I think the only way I'm going to cut this out is with a multi-tool, because I'm not going to get any tools upside down there, and I'm not going to get anything in here, so it's just going to be a nice sharp multi-tool. And any of the nasty cutouts, once the route comes through and I box it in with a bit of birch boxing in, it will hide those cuts. I might even close off this reveal also with a bit of framework. Got that in now. Multi-tool all the way, full speed on the multi-tool, and it cut through that bottom layer in no time. So that second part, that box there, and there you go, out. Like I said, I'll make a bit of framework that sits in there to sort of seal this off, to make a sort of like a tunnel. Can have a box in there to suck out all the dust, have a hose on the other side. So now I've done that, can you see this pencil line all the way around? That is the shape of this now. And it does have these, on the bottom of these, it does have these little spinny plates that you can just turn and lift up and down. So if you set this in and it's not quite right, I think it's these silver screws here, you just give them a little turn and it lifts up and down like little grub screws. I've already got that drawn in. The hardest part is the curves. So I'm going to router with a straight edge and a trimmer. It's in the way behind Sean. You see that trimmer right there by Sean's head? Can you see my fingers? It's got an 18mm flat flute cutter in there. going to set that up with a straight edge. Hopefully I've got enough meat to put a straight edge, and start routering that at 10 mil deep, because this aluminium is 10 mil. It's heavier than you think as well. So there we go. We've got a little fence set up. I've done 35 mil now. Okay, so the outside line that you see, the outside pencil line that you can barely see, or can you see it? There we go. Is the actual size of the plates. And to get to that line from here to the start of the fence is 35 mil. Taking into account you're using a Makita trimmer, the RC0700C, and we're using a 19 mil flute bit, albeit not the greatest one in the world. And doing it in 2 passes. So I've done 5 mil deep here. Taking my time, just skimming away, trying to work into the corner at the same time. I'm going to do that, then go full depth. That at full depth. Then only then I'm going to release my fence and work on the next one. May leave a little bit of these rounds to do freehand right at the end. But I'm getting sort of close to it. I'm stopping, making sure I don't go over. But that's my plan. 5 mil, move the router, go to 10 mil, move the fence, do another side until I do all 4. Then finish off those little corners by hand. Boom. That's one completely done with 10 mil now. Set that up to 10 mil. Just got to make sure that I get the setting right every time, because I go to 5 mil to 10 mil, 5 mil to 10 mil on each side. And I've tried to get as close to the corner as I can, so it makes my life easier once I've done all my straight edge routering. That was dusty. I really hate routering, if I can help it. Right, this is what we got. Just managed to move my clamps around because the clamp was getting in the way of the router. And after I did one, I found like just keeping it at the 10 mil setting on the router and just taking my time, skim until I work my way back. Sort of trying to work the corners at the same time. Double checking my measurements as I was putting the fences on, so I'm not getting too big. But yeah, that is it really. That is hopefully all good to go. I haven't tried it in to see if I need to tweak anything, but let's do that together. As you can tell, I've still got my mask on, a bit dusty. So I am going to keep it on for now. Let's get rid of that dust. And check this baby in. That's it, trying to get those windows open. Okay. Oh, so close. So close. Oh, might even go. One corner's in. Oh, nah, don't force it. Don't force it. That corner's in. Could possibly tweak it. But we just need to skim a little bit here. Oh, not too bad. Not too bad. Gonna skim those, give it a little tweak, and show you it all finished. I realise I just need to tweak that corner. You see that pencil line? My filming's terrible at the moment. The light's getting them away. Tiny little hair's width and a tiny little bit there. And hopefully that should allow it to go in. It's just corners. Right, don't ever ask me to do one of those again. So much dust came off of it when you're doing a rebate, but hey ho, it's got to be done. It's lovely and flush. Well, I say flush. I've allowed it to be probably a quarter, maybe half a mil below the surface. And the reason for that is that we're sanding this whole workbench back with 120 and 240 and oiling. So we know we're going to flatten that down and take a light skim off of it. When I come to do that, I will lift it off. It is really nice and tight in there. It's doable. All I really need to do is put the screws that they supply in. Let me just show you those. There you go. These are the bad boys, and they go in each corner. No need to use these leveling screws. because I've got it absolutely spot on with the router. But I found out that they haven't given you wood screws. They've given you threaded machine screws. So I have tried out a 5.5mm drill bit. Where are you? This one here. Let me see. 5.5 wood drill bit. And it does work a treat with that. So all you need to do is just put a sharp point in the center of that hole, take it out, pre-drill your holes with a 5.5mm drill bit, and use an Allen key to put these in. I haven't tried fitting the router itself. I do have a router, it's an old Makita. One that they say that, you know, it's not one of the ones that they actually say you can fit in here, but it does look like it will work. But it's a 110 version. I hate 110. So I'm actually gonna buy myself a new router and fit it. That's what we've got underneath. But that is the installation complete. Hope that helped, guys. Remember, you need a little router with a 19mm cutter. Well, that's what I found, or a flute cutter to do the rebate. I use a plunge saw to cut through this, a jigsaw to finish off the corners, and the multi-tool with a nice sharp blade to cut through this. And yeah, probably about an hour and a half to do the whole lot, maybe 2 hours. But other than that, I think that's all that I need to show you how to fit the Jessem router lift. All right, gonna call that a day. Over and out, take it easy, have a good one. Ciao for now.